Welcome to MFQ Football. Remember to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Today we dive back into the 9-man football offensive playbook with 3 ways to run the jet sweep RPO. One of the things that we like to do in our offense is we like to give as many options as possible to our quarterback to put the ball in the right place based on what the defense is giving us. So the first formation that we run the jet sweep RPO out of is our base 2x2 formation. And for those of you that don't know what a 2x2 formation is, it is basically we have 2 outside receivers, which are the X and the Z, and 2 inside slot backs, which is the Y and the H. So we like to give a few options on every play, like I just said. So the first thing we give our quarterback is a pre-snap read, and we can tag this route to be whatever we want it to be. In this example is a 5-yard out. The quarterback is going to check the leverage of the corner on the X receiver. If the leverage of this corner is inside leverage, then he knows he's got a good matchup in terms of leverage. And then depending on where the sideline is, that is the other option that he's going to consider. Can he make that throw? Can he get that ball to the receiver before he goes out of bounds? Pick up a big 5-yard, 6, 7, 8-yard play. Okay. If he doesn't like that, then he is now going to snap the ball. And because we are not, our O-line blocking scheme on this specific play, we are not blocking that backside defensive end. He is going to read that end while he's meshing with the Y receiver, or the Y slot back that's going across on jet motion. He is actually going to start working towards the Y receiver for 2 reasons. Because one, it is going to be a faster developing play and getting the ball into the Y's mesh point faster to get him the ball if that's where he chooses to hand it off. Or if he is going to read this end and get upfield, it gets him upfield faster to get into the running lanes that we have available there, okay? So what the quarterback's reading is the end. If the end contains, he hands the ball off to the jet runner. If the end comes down and crashes, if the end comes down and crashes down, then the quarterback's going to take off and look for a play on that, okay? Couple things you want to tell your Y is we like to give landmarks to our Y on where he should cut up the field, because we feel that if you don't give landmarks, they tend to cut up earlier than their blocking sets up. So if we are running the jet sweep to the field side, which is the wide side of the field, we like to tell him to cut up when he gets to the hash mark. If he's running to the boundary side, we like to tell him to cut up when he gets to the numbers. And if we are in the middle of the field, then we like to tell him to cut up when he gets in between the hash marks and the numbers to give him the best path to get outside and make a big play. Now, there are times where blocking breaks down or pressure's coming and we don't have enough guys to pick up whatever's coming. So in those situations, we tell them, if you can't get outside or you can't get to the hash mark or to the numbers, then obviously make a cut, get upfield, get us 2-3 yards rather than losing 5 yards in the backfield, okay? So we talked about what the quarterback's doing. The T on this play is going to help double team that end, that E-mold defender and man on line of scrimmage. And essentially, it could be a C-gap defender. If there's a C-gap defender out here a little bit, then he's going to try to get that. Now, if you've double teamed this end, you guys got that guy pinned in, and there's something coming over the top or coming across, then that T has the ability to come up and help make that block on that as well. The H slot back is going to block the Sam linebacker or the Will linebacker, depending on who's on his side. And if he's not going to hit that, then he's going to block basically the most dangerous man there. Same thing with the Z. The Z receiver is going to block the corner or the most dangerous man. The O-line is going to work on their blocking, on their zone blocking rules. So on this one, because we're leaving the end, he is going to double team that nose tackle, and hopefully they can either take him to the backside of the play, to that backside linebacker, or at least get a piece of that front side middle linebacker to kind of get to that second level if possible. And that's how you run the jet sweep out of a 2x2 formation. You could also, if you don't want to run zone read with your quarterback, you could just have this guy block that end right there. Or you could call, if you want to, once in a while run the zone read and once in a while block out that backside end, you could just call a lock tag, and then this guard would know if a lock's called on this play, I'm blocking out that guy. Now we move in to the 2x2 2 tight formation. So on this, it is exactly the same type of formation that we ran in 2x2, except for now we've moved in that H slot back as kind of an offset, offline tight end, more as a sniffer back. And essentially the T and the H are going to swap responsibilities. Everybody's doing the exact same thing they were doing, except it makes it a lot easier with having this H here to help double team the E-mole, and the T is going to come out and block up the Sam or the Will linebacker, depending where it's on. And if there's penetration coming over the top or from across, this H also has the ability to arc up and pick up the most dangerous man to help out get the blocking scheme there. Now on the backside, pre-snap, we've changed this to show you that it doesn't have to be a 5-yard out. You could do a 4-yard hitch if you wanted to. We like to tend to put routes in there that's gonna clear out that corner. So if the quarterback takes off on the zone read, that he doesn't have a defender that's close by. On the hitch, you kind of keep that corner somewhere towards the line of scrimmage, but you could run it. You could put something in there where if this X turns and sees the quarterback running, he turns around and blocks that corner. You're hoping that because you run so much jet action that this Willie linebacker is flowing across field with that X, with that Y. If not, well, then that quarterback's got to beat him out, right? So, and again, quarterback's reading the end. If the end contains, he hands off the jet. If the end crashes down, he pulls and goes. And he also wants to start working his footwork towards that Y so that he can either get that ball into the mesh point real quick on a handoff or take it out and go as fast as he can. Okay. O-line, same deal. They keep doing their blocking scheme as they were doing. We go to the third variation, which is out of a single wing formation. So the H is now an on-line tight end. The Z comes over, moves in, and he becomes the wing back. Again, what you could do here is tag that X on a different route. Here we've got a mandatory outside fade. So regardless whether we're going to throw it to him or whether we're going to run the jet or the read option off of this, that X is taking that corner out of there. So again, quarterback's reading that defensive end. If he crashes, quarterback pulls. If he contains, quarterback hands off. So on this, the blocking doesn't change up too much. The H is still responsible for the end man on the line, but because we're in a little bit of a compressed set, there is a possibility that you might get a little bit of traction coming downhill quick. So the Z, again, we talk about most dangerous man. We emphasize that a lot in all of our run plays. He would pick up now the most dangerous man, take off that Sam linebacker, and then the T would see that. He might come and help double team or get up to that corner, depending on how it is, okay? Again, you could lock. You could lock on this if you wanted to. You could lock that backside end with that guard, and then you could have that center pick it up there. It all really depends on how you run your zone blocking rules and how they can adjust to it. I just put some basic stuff in there just to show you how it's done right now. But again, these are 3 really good ways you can run the jet sweep RPO and have some success with it. We're going to go into a little bit of film now. The first clip is a 2x2. Wide 2x2 set here. As you can see, this guy's going to get the ball. We got one guy out there. We got a guy out there, and we got a slot back there because we were killing this team with a bunch of different looks. They're pretty much bunched up in the middle. We were running a lot of inside stuff, so they bunched up in the middle. Now, there's going to be some confusion here. This is our first game of the season between these two. This guy's going to come down and look for the most dangerous man. He's going to kind of not know where he's going because this guy came and got his man, but what he should do is get outside, kick somebody out, and then the slot back will come, and instead of kicking outside where there's going to be all that grass over there for him to go for a touchdown, he kicks back inside. But it was his first game ever playing football, so we kind of lived with it, but as the season went on, he got much better at that. We'll just show you here how this clip works, and I apologize if the film's a little choppy. Still trying to figure out how to get my game film to look good on PowerPoint. So here we go. He should have cut up a little bit sooner than he had to because of the pressure coming. Still gets a big play there and makes a good gain for us, okay? The next play is going to be the 2x2 tight. So as you can see, we've got the sniffer there, offset from the line. So I'll just circle him so you can see it, right? He's going to help crash that end, and then the running back's going to come out here and get that outside backer. The jet player is going to come across and take the jet. Okay, so again, it's kind of the same. You're still in a 2x2 set, but you've now changed some blocking assignments. You've now changed some blocking rules on who's going to get who. So basically, who's who in the zoo. And here we go. So same deal. Going to get a double team on that. He's going to get the linebacker. He's going to cut up a little bit earlier because there was a cut lane there, and he'll get us a nice little chunk out of that. Okay, and then the last play, couldn't get it onto PowerPoint. I'll show you it from my Team Extreme account here. So as you can see, it's going to be the single wing we've got here. Here's the wing back. Here's the offset tight end. We've actually bounced our running back out here. So instead of having him here, we've actually called a tag pre-snap to get him out here as a slot back. Now, ideally, I'd want the running back to come out here and get number 24, but he kind of comes and gets here. That would be what my ideal would be, but I mean, this is still a really good play. The blocking's good. We get a good chunk of yards on this. I think it goes for a touchdown. Their number 18 is pointing on who he gets, helping with the end. There goes there. He comes out. The receiver's coming out for 24, and there goes our slot back for a touchdown on this. So again, this was an edition of 9-man football, and we essentially are going to put as many 9-man stuff out there as we can. So please subscribe to this channel. Please like this video and share the channel with your friends. Thank you and have a great day.